What's going on? Dustin Phillips here with Bull Bay Tackle Company, and today I'm doing a breakdown on the Banshee Rod. This is an updated video from the original Banshee, which was released in 2021, which happened to win Best Saltwater Rod of the Year at ICAST in 2021. I'm going to break down the original Banshees, why that rod won, and go into the new rods for 2022, which we've expanded in the Banshee this year. First off, we start off, if you can see this, our whole color scheme is unique to us. It's an OD green wraps, thread, and real sea color with a desert tan blank. Gives us something really unique to us. When you go into stores and you see fishing rods, endless manufacturers, endless options, they're all pretty much black and gray. So what we wanted to do was make something that stood out, but also was not overlapping with the sea foams and the ice blues and the pinks of the world. And we came up with this desert tan model. Now we released this in 2021 and put it into ICAST as a new product showcase. ICAST is the largest fishing trade show in the world. Huge opportunity to impress a lot of store owners and buyers and stuff like that. It's not open to the public, so this is a really big deal for us to compete with all the top rod brands in the world and come away with the victory. So last year we won with this rod here, the Banshee. It comes in a 6'8", 7'4", and 7'10" spinning options as of 2021. So when we submitted this rod, the looks were a big reason why we were hopeful that we would win, but the action and the versatility of this rod also give it a huge run for any other rod's money, especially for the price point. $169.99 retail, so we're sub 200. It's got tangle-free guides on every model, so it's got the better casting, the better rings. You don't have those inserts popping out quite as often. The cool thing with the Banshee is it's all extra fast tip action. So this first 12 to 16 inches of the rod are very active, very versatile. It's going to be real reactive, but then it kicks into an immediate backbone. So those of you who throw artificial baits a lot, this rod's going to be very versatile for you. It's going to give you a lot of feel, a lot of accuracy. It's going to, depending on the weight size, we have a medium light, medium heavy, mediums. You're going to be able to throw just about anything from weightless Ned rigs and worms, even if you're a freshwater guy, or you can even get up in top waters with the heavier model. It's got a lot of versatility, especially with that tip action. It's also a multi-purpose rod, so it's a fresh and saltwater rod. So this rod, if you're located outside of the state of Florida, since we're a Florida-based company, this rod is going to be your most versatile all-around rod for all these different regions. You can target those freshwater bass, striper, crappie. You can go after all of those, throw a wide variety of baits. Part of the expansion for 2022 is to target a lot more of that stuff. So we introduced now the 2021 was only spinning, so we introduced this year a casting version, and this was heavily requested. And it's a pretty cool setup. So we've got a casting version. Same kind of concept with the blank, double locking aluminum nut reel seat, so it's extremely durable and your reel's not going to back loose. We added a drop shot hook keeper on the casting rod. Now this is feedback from our bass guys who are throwing 12, 15 rods in the boat. They're all piled up. They need to be able to grab, get their bait released from the hook keeper and throw as fast as possible. Along with the complete action of the rod makes it a very versatile artificial rod and a great freshwater rod too. You can target a very wide variety of different fish and applications with this rod. It's good in Texas, Louisiana, and all your intercoastal freshwater states as well. Very versatile, and it's also a saltwater rod. So it's actually got the same size running guides as our spinning model. So if you do fish saltwater with this casting rod, it's going to have plenty of room for the leader line knots to flow through the guides and not have any issues with casting on there. Extremely cool addition. The casting model will come in the 6'8" medium heavy, and a 7'4" medium and medium heavy. So that'll be the first kind of expansion over there. So now we also added one additional spinning model to the Banshee. So originally we have 6'8" medium, 6 to 12, 6'8" medium heavy, 10 to 17, and then 7'4" medium light, 5 to 10, which is going to be the expansion is a 6'8" medium light rod. So this is a fun little trout rod or light tackle. It also makes a very versatile rod for kids, teenagers, people who are just getting into fishing. It's short enough that they can control it. It's also very light and easy to cast. So this one's going to be a really fun, versatile model for whether you want to go light tackle for trout or go after bigger fish with a lighter rod. You want a kid's rod or something like that. This is going to be a really great option for that. It still has all the good features, the double locking reel seats, carbon fiber reel seat, tangle-free guides, all the good stuff. So this would be a great addition to that rod line there. Same flared out grip style. So that concept was from fly rods when they fly cast. The flared grip is where your thumb sits and lets you have a little more control. Well, we did the same thing on these spinning rods, so that when you're casting artificials, because the Banshee at its heart is an artificial rod, it gives you that extra bit of versatility there to really control your lure and be very accurate with it. Now, one big expansion in the Banshee and is another back-to-back award winner. So now we've won 2 iCast awards. 2021 Best Saltwater Rod, which was an amazing feat. Well, this year, in 2022, we added a fly rod version of this Banshee. Same kind of concept with the flared grips, colored desert tan blank, OD green accents, double foot guides all the way up into snake guides. This also has an extra fast action. It's a very, very great feeling fly rod. It's going to be a really fun salt or fresh rod. Comes with a hard case and a soft case for travel purposes. The fly is going to retail $3.99. It's a really good feeling fly rod. It's going to be something that's going to have a very wide variety. It's going to go from 3 weight up to 8 weight. And here's the cool thing about the Banshee fly, the ring system. The Banshees are going to have rings on the front grip, which is going to identify what weight the rod is. The 3 weight has 3 skinny rings, the 4 weight has 4 skinny rings, etc., etc. So every rod will have a different amount of rings on the top, which will identify which model it is. So if you have a couple different sizes on the boat, you can see, oh, that's the 8 weight grab throw if you're targeting, say a school of redfish or something. Or you have a 8, a 5, and a 3. You can see which one's which really clearly, really fast. Or if you're rigging them up at home, even it's just going to add a little bit of a unique touch to the rod from us. Helping identify the rod, from a visual aid standpoint, instead of having to pick it up and read each section of the rod. Just adding something a little bit new. So the Banshee rod. It's an exciting line for us. We are going to be adding more for next year. We're already working on prototypes, but this rod right here, we feel like gives anglers the most versatile rod, whether it's fresh or salt. Artificial baits are really great with this. We don't recommend live too often, just because that tip action is really extra fast, so it can actually throw that bait off real easy. But the guys that use this already, how versatile of a rod it is, especially for artificial baits. It's probably pound for pound one of the best rods for accuracy and distance and sensitivity, all of those things combined. I don't think at the price point you could get a better rod. $169.99 retail, 6'8", 7'4", 7'10", extremely versatile line. You want to see more videos like this and more in-depth breakdowns on the other rods, other rod lines, what they're good for, why we designed them the way we did. Make sure you like and subscribe to share the video, and leave a comment on what you want to see next.